to Youth Spotlight, the podcast where we explore issues affecting the youth. And today we are discussing the vital role parents and caregivers play in supporting the youth. So, how can parents effectively communicate with their youth?
Um, Communication, as some of the writers saying that it's between uh, two people or two groups. Then effective communication between parents and their youth is a key to fostering trust, understanding, and healthy relationships. There are several strategies that parents can use to communicate effectively with their children, and some of them one, active listening. Parents should give full attention when their children speak without interrupting. This shows that they value what the youth is saying and encourages open dialogue. Reflecting back what was heard can also help clarify understanding. Parents should have a listening ear to what our children or the youth are saying to us. Then we have be open and approachable. Creating a comfortable environment where youth feel safe expressing themselves is essential. Parents should encourage their children to share their thoughts and feelings without fear or judgment or punishment. That is to say, like in our rural areas, in our rural settings, parents children do fear their parents because they cannot um, express themselves to parents. So there is a fear of unknown between parents and children. Use non-verbal judgmental language. Avoid criticizing or using accusatory language when addressing sensitive issues. Instead of saying you never listen to. You never listen, say, I feel like I'm not being heard sometimes. Can we work on that? Respecting their opinions. Youth are in the process of forming their own identities and perspectives. Even if parents disagrees with their child, it is important to listen and respect their views. This builds trust and respect in return. That is to say, when a young person has spoken, parents are there to agree to their views. Not all the time disagreeing, then they may say, we are not being trusted in societies. Then they may turn themselves doing in doing deviant behaviors. Then we have um, ask open-ended questions. Encourage a deeper conversation by asking questions that can't be answered with just yes or no. For example, instead of asking, did you have a good day? Or ask, what was the best part of your day? Yeah. And we are supposed to be asking our children probing questions, not only direct ones. Then there is empathy and understanding. Try to understand their emotions and experiences. Acknowledge their feelings and concerns even if they seem trivial to an adult. Respond with empathy by saying things like, I can see that this is really important to you. Not necessarily, not only having negative responses to the issues which learners are asking, even if you know that they are trivial, but you need to approach the questions or situations with sober minds. Avoid lecturing or preaching. Instead of giving long lectures, focus on having a two-way conversation. Youth are more likely to engage when they feel they are being treated as equals in a conversation rather than being talked down to. This is avoid lecture method. They should be having discussions. Choose the right time. Timing is crucial. Discuss important matters when both the parents and the child are calm and in good mood, rather than during moments of tensions or conflicts. That is, um, parents should make sure that they have created a safe environment and a right time to discuss with their children, not necessarily because they have been disappointed somewhere and they come to say to advise their children. That's not a very good time. Use of positive reinforcement, that is, praise good behavior and positive communication. Recognition their effort to communicate openly, encourage them to keep doing good. They need to be praised when they have done well. Not necessarily then it's normal to do well, but when a child has done something which is good, like for example, they have done well at school, they have passed the examinations, praise them. Then you have set clear expectations. While open communication is important, parents should still set boundaries and expectations for behavior. Make sure that these are clear and fair. Discussing the reasons behind the rules helps youth understand the why and not just the what. Yeah, learners, parents at home should emphasize rules, and those rules should be clearly stated why they are doing that. Not they should do this by all means. No. By maintaining these practices, parents can build a relationship with their youth based on trust, mutual respect, and open communication, which helps, which helps them navigate the challenges of adolescence together.
So we have explained how parents need to communicate. So can you explain what makes parents and caregivers crucial in youth development?
Parents and caregivers play a pivotal role in youth development because they provide the foundational environment for young persons' physical, emotional, and social growth. Here's why they are crucial. Then we have emotional support and security.
Mm.
Parents and caregivers are often the primary source of love, security, and emotional stability for children. This support helps youth develop self-esteem, resilience, and sense of belonging, which are vital for mental health and well-being. Then we have modeling behavior. Youth often learn by observing the behavior of adults around them. Parents and caregivers serve as role models for values, decision making, problem solving, and social interaction. Positive role models encourage the development of good habits and responsible behavior. That is saying, um, the child's behavior is modeled by the people whom they interact with frequently. Then children, most of the time, they interact with caregivers as well as parents. Then we have guidance and supervision. Parents and caregivers guide children through critical life stages, helping them navigate challenges like peer pressure, academic expectations, and the transition to independence. Their supervision ensures that the youth make safer choices and avoid risky behaviors. And some of these behaviors are chamber smoking. Yeah. Then we have values and beliefs. They are key transmitting cultural, moral, and social values. The family is where the youth first learn about right and wrong, respecting empathy, and accountability, which shaped their worldview of future relationships. That is to say, the family is the first socializing agent of a child. Then we have educational support. Parents and caregivers support educational development by encouraging learning, assisting with schoolwork, and fostering an environment that value education. The environment in child's education is significantly influences academic success. That is, parents are supposed to check what their children have done at school. Then there's providing opportunities for growth. Parents and caregivers often facilitate access to resources and opportunities such as extracurricular activities, sports, or community involvement that promote personal growth, skill development, and social engagement. In summary, parents and caregivers lay the groundwork for a child's holistic development, influencing their emotional, social, and intellectual and moral growth.
So, what are the common communication barriers between parents and the youth?
Um, Common communication barriers between parents and the youth can arise from various factors, and this may include differences in perspective, emotional states, and life experiences. Here are some of the common barriers. One, there is generation gap. This one is difference in values, technology use, and social norms between parents and youth can create misunderstandings. Youth may feel that their parents don't understand modern challenges, while parents may struggle to read their child experiences. Then there is judgment or criticisms. When youth feel judged or criticized, they may become defensive or shut down entirely. Constant negative feedbacks from parents can lead to reluctance to communicate openly. So there is a need of not only giving them negative feedbacks. Sometimes children should also receive positive feedbacks. Then there is lack of active listening. Parents may interrupt or dismiss their child's feelings, making these feel unheard or undervalued. Similarly, if youth feel that their parents are distracted or not truly paying attention, they may withdraw from their conversations, and this may lead to um, irresponsible behaviors. Then there's lecturing and preaching. Long-winded lectures or authoritarian communication styles can make youth feel like they are being talked down to, rather than being engaged in a dialogue. This often leads to frustration and engagement. The youth need to be involved in conversation. It should be a two-way traffic communication, not a one-way. Not only parents telling their children, the children should also give their views. Then there is emotional reactions. Both parents and youth can react emotionally in difficult situations, leading to yelling, blaming, or shouting down. High emotions can block constructive conversation and can cause conflicts instead of resolution. When there is an issue which needs to be resolved, there is a need of having a dialogue, not only saying this is the final. Assumptions and misunderstandings. Parents may assume they know what their child is thinking or going through, and vice versa, without fully hearing each other out. This can lead to miscommunications or frustration on both sides. Then there is cultural or value differences. In some families, cultural generational differences create communication barriers, particularly if parents hold into traditional values that youth may not fully embrace or understanding. So in this one, there is a need of inculcating uh, cultural values to our children so that they should know what we value and why do we value those things. Then addressing these communication barriers requires patience, empathy, and intentional effort from both parents and youth to improve understanding and communication.
So, how can parents provide emotional support to the youth of today?
The youth of today can be provided with various ways of emotional support.
Mm.
Providing emotional support is crucial for helping with navigate the challenges of adolescent and develop healthy emotions coping mechanisms. Here are several ways parents can offer meaningful emotional support to their children. Then be present and available. Parents should make time to be physically and emotionally present in their child's life. Simply being available to talk or spend quality time quality time together creates a sense of security and trust, showing the youth that they can rely on their parents when needed. This happens these days because of urbanization, like employment. Most of the parents, they don't stay closer to their children because of employment, and some may leave the responsibility of taking care of their children to friends, relatives, as well as workmates. Then we have listening without judging. When youth share their feelings or experiences, it's important for parents to listen attentively without interrupting, judging, or offering unsolicited advice. Offering an judgmental space for expression allows the child to feel heard and validated, and makes having a sense that they are trusted in societies. Then we have validate their feelings. Even if parents don't fully understand or agree with their children's emotions, it's important to acknowledge that their feelings are real and valid. Simple phrases like, I can see you are upset, or it's okay to feel that way, can help youth feel understood. Encourage open communication. Fostering an environment where open communication is encouraged helps the youth feel comfortable sharing their struggles or emotions. Let them know that they can talk to you about anything without fear of being reprimanded or dismissed. Parents should be friends, not necessarily that they should be a fearing machine in a family. No. Then we have offer reassurance. Youth often face self-doubts, anxiety, or fear of failure. Parents can provide emotional support by offering reassurance, reminding them of their strength, and expressing confidence in their ability to overcome challenges. Phrases, phrases like, I believe in you, or you will get through this, are comforting. Yeah, but children are supposed to be given comforting words most of the times. Not necessarily that I know that you will fail examinations, but giving them encouraging remarks. Yeah, by providing emotional support in these ways, parents can help youth develop emotional intelligence, resilience, and self-esteem, which are essential for navigating the complexities of adolescence and adulthood.
So you need to give advice to the parents that have their youth today and their youth are going through adolescence and adulthood.
Yeah, parents, as parents, we need to understand well, to understand our parents' demands. As you are aware that these days we are in a technologically advanced societies whereby parents learn many things without being told by parents. These children learn many things without being told by parents. So we need to have an understanding ear to our children so that they can be fruitful and productive citizens in our societies.